Oh, alright, this is the mock interview.
If you state your name and some interesting things about yourself.
Nice to meet you. My name is Randall Kupau. I'm applying for the job today. The second question was
A little bit about yourself.
a little bit about myself. So for starters, I'm the oldest of 5. I'm 20 years old. Recently found out I have a child on the way. And in my spare time, I like to fix old beach cruiser bikes and play ukulele Kane Kapila style.
Can you please say some of your skills and strengths that might contribute to the job?
Some skills and strengths. I think one skill and strength that I can attest to is my natural born leadership skills. Being the oldest of 5 in a predominantly Hawaiian household, you kind of are forced into the light of leadership and leading your younger siblings in a way that they can get jobs and tasks done. So I feel like I was just born into that, and it's useful in the work field. I feel that I can communicate with people in a way that's not too overpowering or overbearing in a way that I'm trying to assert my dominance over them, but communicate in a way to translate the purpose of the task at hand and what needs to be done in an effective way, to not to be scrutinizing of people's character. Another strength I would say is my ability to pick up on things quickly. I'm a hands-on learner, which probably would attest to my weaknesses. However, is I do not like to sit and read manuals. I'd rather go out and learn as I go and do things. But I'm not prone to not reading manuals. It's just I know my specific learning style and my intelligence. When we did an intelligence exam during my time in school, I found that I worked better hands-on and in person. So that's 2 of my strengths worth mentioning.
Do you have any other weaknesses?
Weaknesses. Well, my weakness is not being able to read a manual. I do know how to read. I'm in college right now, studying for my Hawaiian certificate, however. But I prefer not to. My preference is not to read would be a weakness. But further weaknesses, I would say another one is my procrastination. I've been saying that since high school, but it is a problem for me. If I find myself tasked with something that I don't necessarily find interesting, I tend to push it off and not want to do it. However, though, I do have ways to fix that, and I found a way to overcome it. I see procrastination as means something that I'll never be able to fully overcome, but to work around and work with it, which also talks on my strengths as being flexible, something I forgot to mention. But ways I'm fixing my procrastination is say something I do not want to do, a task or whatever. I try to set deadlines for myself. I try to be more time oriented, which involves using calendars and using my phone to set appointments, alarms, and scheduling my time out to where I have time to do these not so desirable tasks. So I'm covered all the way around in my life. Yeah. So one is procrastination. My willingness to read a manual is another worth mentioning. I do know how to read, and I say another one is my pet peeve, my short patience when it comes to people that seem to come off as incompetent. I have a hard time repeating myself to grown adults who say I'm working with them and they're having a hard time, actively contributing to the team or whatever task we have at hand. I do have hard time communicating and being around those sort of people. But a way that I found myself naturally trying to fix that and align myself with people like that to where I'm not getting frustrated or overstimulated on jobs is I do work with younger kids. I volunteer coach basketball and volleyball, and I see myself volunteering to work with children allows me to have a little bit more appreciation for people that's older that has littler issues. So it's just basically getting me primed up to repeat myself and deal with people that is not on the level of competency that I would want them to be at. So those would be some notable weaknesses that I have.
Along with coaching, what are some other accomplishments in your life?
Well, coaching would be my biggest accomplishment outside of work, being able to have spare time to coach kids in my community, and being able to have the patience and have the time to contribute successfully to my community. I've been coaching since I was 17. I'm 20 at the moment, and for those years, I've been able to take these children who haven't played a lick of basketball in their life to championships within the league and outside leagues, and had those kids be recognized by outside coaches for starting off with me. And I'm very proud of that, being able to showcase kids' talents in a way that is outside of the stereotype where they're from. The fighters, the hard head, the not so easily mannered children. I like to be able to show that I can take kids out of that light, and put them in a different light where they can be noticed for their athletic prowess rather than limited by their circumstance. So yeah, that would be my greatest accomplishment.
What made you interested in applying for this job?
Well, one, I feel like your guys' mission here would align with what I'm personally doing in my life. Like I said, I like to administer to children and people in my community and help them. And your guys' you guys' workforce and what you guys are all about is all about helping the community, and I do like that. So it does align there. You guys' scheduling, what you guys was hiring for, does fit my scheduling needs, and outside of that, the pay is gonna afford me for my lifestyle, so I can continue to like and have hobbies and live a normal life. So yeah, those are the reasons.
What is your goal if you were to get this job?
My goal simply would be to get in a rhythm, to get in a schedule to where I can accomplish my tasks routinely and efficiently, effectively as well, and being it done in a timely manner. That would be a major goal of mine in the short time beginning of the job, and of course the foreseeable future, being able to continue to grow within the company. Yeah, I see myself starting out as an entry-level worker and furthering myself up if that is allowed through you guys. Yeah, that's my goal with you guys.
How is your work style compatible with this job?
My work style. So for one, I feel like you guys work a lot in teams. Like I said, I'm a natural born leader. So I feel if you guys put me on a platform to get a task done with people either beside me or with me, I can incorporate myself into groups and incorporate people into my group to where we can accomplish tasks efficiently. I feel that would be the biggest thing that I can bring to the table. And yeah, I feel that would be the biggest thing.
What motivates you to keep working?
Motivates me to keep working. For one, I firmly believe in the Bible scripture that says if a man doesn't work, he don't eat. So of course, the aspect of earning your keep or earning your plate or your seat at the table through working is a big thing, is a big motif in my life. Another would be basically it's needed. If you don't have a job, I mean, you can't afford certain things, you can't afford amenities and needs that you have in your life. And lastly, without a job, I feel I would be very out of rhythm. My life been on a schedule from elementary time to recently after high school, and now, I mean, without something to fill up that 8-hour chunk of the day, I feel I would be stagnant and not too productive. So doing it also for my productivity as just a human being on this earth.
Going over your resume, I see you took a break from your job. Can you tell me why?
I took a break from my job. Oh yes, so my previous job, which I was doing landscaping, I had to resign from that job due to some time conflicts in my schedule. As I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but I'm currently still in school. I'm finishing this upcoming spring semester. I'm sorry, will be the end of my AA degree, and all my prereqs have been done for my Hawaii study certificate. And the reason I took a break was because they were not too flexible in my school hours. Whereas this job where I applied now with you guys, I can kind of work my schedule around your guys' workable hours. So yeah, that's why I had to take a break from my previous job.
How would your skills and work ethic improve our services?
How would my skills and work ethic improve your guys' services? Well, like I said, for one, I'm a natural born leader. So teamwork is the biggest thing. I feel teamwork will make the dream work, whatever we have to get done. And I feel my leadership skills, when coupled with the right sort of people to stay behind me or work beside me or in front of me, we can get the job done. I feel my contribution to the team would be leadership. Also, I wouldn't ask somebody to do something I wouldn't do, So more specifically on my skills, that is. But I feel that I can help to accomplish your guys' goal by putting me in groups with people where we can get work done. Yeah. And thank you so much for your time. That's awesome. We out.